Welcome back to Marriage or Hell Nah. As promised, two videos delivered, man. I'm sorry I went away the other day and I wasn't able to make a video, but I keep my word to this community because I understand how important it is that we're all consuming this content so we can help young men out there or men that just find themselves in situations make better decisions when we come to dealing with these modern women. So I want to say, first of all, I appreciate all the love and support we've been getting on this channel. And I'm really trying to grow this channel to hopefully get above 1,000 subscribers. So we're on our way there. We're doing great, and I appreciate anybody who has to subscribe to the channel yet, just to consider subscribing. And then if you're enjoying the content, feel free to hit that like button, share the video, but most importantly, get at me in the comments, because your comments really help other people who may stumble upon this channel. So I want to say, first of all, I really appreciate all the love. Enough waffling. Really, what this story is going to be about today is about a man who is married and he finds himself dealing with his wife, and more importantly, he is a stepdad. So he's down bad and he's trying to really figure out what to do here. And this story really comes about because he's been married to this woman for a little while, but he suspects his wife of cheating on him. So we're going to go through this story, and I really appreciate everybody who's joining us on this journey. So without further ado, let's get into the story, baby. The story starts off by saying, God picks up my wife entering her dad's house with another man while dad was out of town. Myself, 27-year-old male, my wife, 25-year-old female, and my 8-year-old stepson live at my mother-in-law's while our new construction house is being built. We have lived here since March and probably won't get out of here at least till January. So I'm gonna stop it right there. So you see what the man's situation is really all about. And more importantly, he accepted the responsibility of being a stepdad. He was on the Derek Jackson program, but he decided to make that commitment. But the other thing here is he is living at his mother-in-law's house. And fellas, that's not a good situation to be in. Trust me, I haven't been in that one, but I'm not really trying to go down that path. But let's keep going. A few nights ago, I got a Facebook message from a random profile that told me my wife was cheating on me. At first, I wanted to ignore the message, but then asked how they knew. Short of the long, it turned out to be my father in law's neighbor. He has security cameras all around the house. He sent me pictures of her car in the driveway with another car that I've never seen before. My father in law was out of town while this was happening. I can't make out the pictures too well because the quality sucks. They were in the house for about 2 hours. Anything is possible at this point, but I'm sorry. If she's my wife, she's got no business being at my father-in-law's house, at least without telling me, informing me at this point of what the situation may be going on. I'm not going to just say she was up and cheating for that, but let's keep the story going. So I don't know who the guy is. My wife has been pretty sketchy the last few months. She changed the passcode on her phone, sleeps with her phone basically under her, and she stopped sharing her location with me. So you could see now there's a little bit going on here in this. You know what I mean? She's changing passwords on her phone, acting a little sketchy, and it's not looking good, fella. I mean, let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I'm sorry if the woman I'm dating, used to share locations with me. I'm not a big fan of this whole sharing location thing. But she's basically guarding her phone, protecting her phone at all costs, changing passwords, sleeping with the phone underneath her pillow, guarding it. It's just a little sketchy behavior, in my opinion. A few major roadblocks for me using this information against her. I love her son more than she does. His biological father has never been involved. And after we got married, he started calling me dad. Woo, big red flag there, man. I'm not going to even go into that. Fellas in the comments, let the brother know, man. But this is a situation. I'm very careful, man. Like situations like this, it's not looking good, brother. I'm not going to even go into the reasons, but fellas, you need to avoid the situation at all costs, because you need to understand that that kid needs to call you by the first name. I do understand that he has married this woman and he accepts that responsibility. He obviously cares for the son, but the kid starts calling him daddy. Is not looking good. If we were to get divorced, I would have no right to see him. More than likely, it would be an emotional scar for him for the rest of his life. I live with her mom. I have a full home of belongings in her basement and nowhere to go. All right, we need to address that right there. So you can see that the story is just kind of unfolding a little bit, if you will. He's already finding himself in a very strange predicament, meaning that he's living in her mother's house while his house is being built, or while their house is being built. I'm not a fan of this. I am not a fan of this at all. I understand that when you are trying to build a house and you're with your wife and things, you really have to go to somebody's house, or you got to find a place to live in while the other house is getting built. I understand that situation, but he's already kind of going down a dark road. Then he is now living at her mom's house. Bro, I don't know if his parents are still alive or whatever the situation is, but this is not a good idea. And I would urge men to say, nope, 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 because you are basically at the mercy of her and her mom at that point. You're not really in control of the situation. Then he mentioned he's staying in the basement. He has nowhere to go. So, what has he been doing with his money? I'm pretty sure that he has been a productive guy to basically be married and to have a house being built. So, he is doing certain things well, but with nowhere to go, that's a little bit sketchy right there. I don't know if his parents are alive, like I said before. Maybe he has a brother, but I would try to be with my family in the situation, because I would have more control over the situation, not in a very controlling, demeaning manner, but it would still show that I'm the masculine one in the relationship and I'm not at the mercy of her. Because sometimes a lot of women will, they'll love you to death, but when they see this type of situation going on, things can slightly unfold a little bit. And it's going to be a situation where she possibly can challenge your masculinity or see you as not being as masculine as she once saw you. So I would try to avoid this. All right. Just my thoughts here. But let me know what you guys think down there in the comments about this whole situation. So what do I do? Play the long game, file for adoption. So I have a leg to stand on when we get a divorce. That way I could have a chance at least seeing my stepson. So you could tell he really cares about this kid, but he's really kind of panicking and trying to figure out what he should do here. Or do I just blow up the whole thing? So, I mean, at this point, man, you got to be looking. First of all, you got to have a conversation with her. You got to have a conversation with her about what's really going on, because you have accepted a responsibility that a lot of men out here are not accepting nowadays. You decide to marry a woman who had a kid with another man, and then the other man is not a part of the kid's life. The kid looks at you as being his father in this point. So you got a lot of things going on here, and then you're already at the mercy of living in their house. So to blow up the whole thing, I'm not going to say you should blow up the whole thing yet, but you need to figure out if she was really cheating and how you're going to go about that. I know what I would do, but that's the reason why I love these type of stories, because you get so much feedback from the community, because you see that other men are going through this. So let's talk about some of that feedback, if you will. One person says, basically, lawyer up, do things sensibly. Emotions will drag you into a pit of despair. Another person says, all depends on you. You can hit the road with just one bag, or you can pretend while she cheats on you. And some of you guys coming across this may say, oh, that's harsh. But if she's acting all suspicious like this and not willing to communicate when this man accepted one of the greatest responsibilities men can do out here, she should at least have the nerve to talk to him and tell him what's really going on in this case. So it's not far-fetched to believe that she's already cheated, because we know she was in the house for 2 hours. And ain't no telling what the hell she's been up to. I'm sure she never told you I'm going with X and X to father's house to clean or anything like that, because she didn't tell the truth of what she was going to do. Spot on. I think that this comment right here is one of the best comments out there. So let's get into this, man. That's why I said I love doing these stories, because it's really about hearing other men that might go in situations like this that want to share thoughts and opinions on being able to help people. And that's one thing you really got to love about this manosphere. So let's keep going. You are really in a difficult situation. I suspect that even if you wait it out and adopt the child, you will not get custody. Ask lawyer. Do not confront your wife. Do not let her know what you know or how you know it. Gather evidence, separate finances, change all passwords everywhere, close joint credit cards, move important documents to a safe place, learn the 180, get an STD check. Yo, I mean, I'm laughing about this, and we know that this man is going through it. But yo, this is what I'm talking about, man. You're not going to get this type of stuff anywhere else. Do not have sex with your wife. This is one of the most important things because if you do this, bro, what happens if she got pregnant with your child during out this whole process? Bro, you would be screwed almost. So let's keep it going. Get individual, professional, non-religious counseling to help you cope and help make decisions. Do not drink or do drugs. Get exercise. Get exercise, especially cardio. Go to the gym often. Get out with your friends and family. Get busy with work, hobbies, sports. Good luck. And that's a really important comment because you got to do something to take your mind off of it. That's the reason why I said I love this type of content, bro. These are all huge, huge red flags. So don't immediately confront her. Doing that will give her time to cover her tracks. First step I'd advise is to talk to a lawyer about what separation would look like and start doing detective work to gather evidence just to make sure. That's step one. Have you noticed anything else that's different, like her being more distant or just not normal? And then he responds, this is very important. Yeah, I mean, she has been really distant. We used to have a great sex life, and honestly, I think we have sex once a month now, bro. So, bro, she got to get it from somewhere, bro, and it's looking like she might be doing these things. High probability, you know what I mean? So, I don't know what you got to do here, brother, but I think the community is telling you what we think. Get a lawyer and get the fuck out of there. They can help you with options when it comes to the child. She's been cheating on you and you deserve better, but do it smart. Blow it up and just lose all my belongings. Another person says, buy a traceable burner phone and hide it in the car, bro. So the community is letting you guys know what they think, man. So this is what you really got to do here, brother. But is it marriage or is it hell no? In this case, I would say that this man needs to first talk with his wife, figure out what the hell is going on. Now do it in a way to where she's not going to suspect anything because you really don't want her to start possibly covering her tracks. That's what I would try to do is communicate with her. But in this situation, is a little sketchy because remember, he is already living with her mother. So he has to be very careful about how he communicates. But there is a possibility if he wants to go in a different direction, my first suggestion would be like the whole community is saying, consult with a lawyer first. The reason why you want to consult with a lawyer first is to make sure you got everything you need to get done as far as separating your finances, knowing what it would look like for visitation rights with your stepson who you love, because sometimes these things can get ugly and man, she can use that kid against you and you may never see that kid again if she feels some kind of way. But also, like they're saying, you gather evidence in this situation as best as you can. I've done stories about this, about a man who was in your similar situation and he basically found evidence, had to get a PI, and that really helped him in his case. So I would have to say, is it marriage or hell no? Fella, it might be looking like a hell no, and this marriage might end in divorce. So till the next time, gentlemen, I really appreciate all the love and support you've been getting on this channel. And if you guys appreciate this content, consider hitting the like button, sharing the video, but let me know in the comments about what you guys think that this guy should do. So until the next time, I'm out. Peace.